Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Monday. Today's Red Mic message, 5 laws. Mondays have a way of knocking things down to the studs. The optimism from Friday, from the weekend, it's over. The inbox is full again, and reality shows up right on schedule. Don't fret. Have a good attitude. It's the start of a new week. Think about what you thought you knew, what you meant to do, what you assumed about people. Monday doesn't care about any of that. Now, I saw a graphic called 5 Laws, not 5 motivational posters, not TED Talk theories, just some constants that if you pay attention, you're going to learn. People have figured this out and they've written them down, right? More about that in a second. Welcome back to Red Mic Messages. These, of course, are leadership and life lessons picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. The 5 laws, every one of these shows up in leadership and life, but especially on a Monday. First, the Dunning-Kruger effect. The internet version is pretty blunt. Stupid people think they're smart. Smart people doubt themselves. Melt it down. Some of the dumbest people I've ever seen are on the internet, and they think that they are brilliant. This is a warning. The less you know, the easier it is to feel certain about the things that you do know, because the more you know, the more cautious you become. In leadership, the most dangerous person in the room is the person who never hesitates, never asks a question, never says, well, I don't know yet. Competence comes with humility. And if you're questioning yourself right now, good, because that usually means you're paying attention. Parkinson's law. You're not busy, you're just bad at managing time. Well, ADHD boy here, that one hits hard. Work expands to fill the time that you give it. It's sort of like that old joke about newspaper business. You know, it's not all the news that's fit to print, it's all the news that's print to fit. There's a news hole. Well, there's a work hole as well. There's a time hole. Give a task a week and it'll take a week. Give it an hour and you'll get it done in an hour. Procrastination is a silly thing. Used to do it in college all the time. You know, you'd have a couple of weeks to work on a paper. Invariably, I would end up waiting for the last 2 or 3 days. Being busy is not the same as being effective. Leadership's not about cramming more into your calendar. Protect the things that really matter. Use your time better. Third is the Pareto principle. It's the 80-20 rule. 20% of your effort is going to produce 80% of your results. Now, most people sort of reverse that. They spend 80% of their time chasing the least important 20%. Low-value meetings, endless emails, arguments that don't move the needle. As a leader, you've got to learn what to not spend time on. If everything feels urgent, then nothing is urgent and nothing is strategic. 4. Hanlon's razor. This one took a long time for me to learn. Never attribute to malice what can be explained by carelessness. This one's going to save your blood pressure because the people who don't text back, they forgot. They got busy. That email that sounded short, they were in a rush. They weren't purposefully out to get you or make you feel bad. That decision that felt personal, it wasn't about you. Assuming bad intent turns small problems into lasting damage. You need to have grace because grace is going to keep teams and relationships intact. Most people aren't villains. They're just human. I mean, are there villains? Yes. Are there people who take things the wrong way every single time? Yes. Be better. Just look the other way. Keep going forward. Fifth, last but not least, the Peter principle. Good workers get promoted until they are bad at their job. Being great here doesn't automatically make you great there. Leadership requires different muscles. You've got to let go instead of doing. You've got to coach instead of fixing. You got to think long term instead of just reacting quickly. Promotions without preparation don't reward people, they trap them. Good leaders don't just promote talent, they develop it. I mean, I'm sure you've had a boss who was a fantastic salesman or paper pusher or whatever they did, and they were just hapless in that leadership role because they didn't learn it. They knew how to do their job, but being good at the jobs that this guy oversees doesn't make you necessarily good at being the guy who oversees. There's a common thread through all 5 of these. It's not about being louder. It's not about being busier. It's not about being certain all the time. It's about clarity, knowing what you know and knowing what you don't know, focusing on what really matters, giving people grace, and understanding that growth always requires adjustment. Confidence without humility is dangerous. Busyness is not a virtue. Focus beats effort if effort is scattered. Grace prevents unnecessary conflict, and advancement without growth is not success. Just some things to think about on this Monday. Hope you had a good holiday. I sure did. Got to see my family. That was nice. Shout out to Marshall's. We picked up a pizza oven and opened it up when we got home. It was all taped up and everything. And apparently someone had returned it after they had used it. So, ew. But we took it back and they were like, well, if we've got one, it's yours. If not, we'll give you store credit. And they had one, thankfully. We lucked out. So, attack this week. It's the last week of the year. Don't just coast into 2026. Go knock the cover off the ball. I know you can do it. I'll see you again tomorrow. Don't forget, as always, life is short. Drink the bourbon.